Hello. So I was getting a bunch of static on the webcam. So I've got headphones on. Hopefully it'll take away that staticky. I don't know, it sounded like the old black and white TV, that static on the TV. Whatever. Moving forward. I'm also not streaming. I'm recording so I can double check to make sure that there's no sensitive data that goes out, which is why you see the privacy thing up here, just above that, and the other one over here. Don't need sensitive data going out. Excuse me. This is not a real IP address. Well, I mean it is. It's valid, but it's not where it should go. And I want you also notice this one. So excited SpelledABC.org just goes out to Is It Christmas? So today's demo, I guess, is going to be to update the IP address of this A record to go to a different IP address, to update this CNAME record to go to the correct address, which is going to be this one. Just like Ben, it'll be excited, and we're going to update or create another one. So I was going to use an update insert or update or an insert, but turns out there's a method, whatever, a type called a upsert, which is what we're going to use. So we're going to create a new one called Jolly Good. That is not in here right now. Just to double check, we'll refresh the page. It's not in there right now. So I'll need to edit that out, but I don't know if that's sensitive data or not. I'm going to pretend that it is because I do not know. Moving forward, we're going to update type, which, excuse me, again, all of them are upserts. I guess it could be a delete, but that's, I passed that in because it was going to, I thought the commands were going to be update or insert, but they're not. Anyway, the other one is a pointer. So where the value, this one here, I guess that should be called a record name for clarity, but whatever. Where it's going to go and what type it is, whether it's a C name or A or whatever other type of record. This is the correct IP address for the host. So we're going to copy that to clipboard, and we'll go out to that IP, and we get the there's a little yellow bug on there because it's debugging. That's just the logo that I have going for it. Whatever. Anyway. And I think that's it. We're ready to run this bad boy. And then we'll go into the second part of where that's why we care. Like the value add sort of deal. So if we time Python calling route 53 test, it does not take very long, all just under 2 seconds. Refresh the page, and we have the correct IP, excited. I think I forgot to change that back, whatever. And Jolly Good also goes. So let's do that again, but we'll call route 53 test. I don't know if you guys are going to be hearing that thing. I think you will. It's pretty annoying, but it's annoying for other people here. It's really handy for me. And yes, I did indeed not update the thing correctly. So it's not Ben, and it's org, but this will be handy because you can see it's still going to take probably 1.8 seconds again, a little bit longer. Yeah. But instead of Ben SpelledABC down here, they're now just SpelledABC.org, and they all point back to this one. Now it usually takes like a minute or so. Whoops. According to AWS's documentation, it takes a minute. But if we go to Jolly Good, yeah, it's a new record. Takes me right there. It's marvelous. Marvelous, I say. No, it is not Christmas. All right, so the reason why, excuse me, the value add to that is now that we have a way to update the DNS records, update or create records, I want to take a look at the EC2 running. It's kind of noisy, but there's no sensitive data in there. I'll share the source code with that. share the source code with that with people if you're interested. But time Python, what do I call it? EC2 running. So this is going to get all, I only have one right now, but all of my running instances, not stopped, terminated, paused, or whatever, they have to be running, and return those back. So it takes a little while, but I only have one because it takes a while because of searching all the other regions, availability zones, and stuff like that. But once it comes back, it comes back. It takes a little longer than I think I wanted it to. So it took 14 and a half seconds, and I'm going to run it again just so that we have a nicer display. But basically it gives back a JSON object. The return value needs to be worked out a little bit more, so it's a list of JSON objects. Right now it's just one, and that fits my bill because I only have one instance, but it is what it is. So the one instance that's running, it is running in the in that region. There's an instance ID. I don't know if that's sensitive or not, so I should take note. Whatever. Here's the name, which I'll show you that in just a second. This is the second time I'm doing this video. I forgot to do that before. But there's the instance type. The key, like the PuTTY key that I used for it. There's the public, or the private IP, and the public IP. So now, if we go into that, paste it in there again, but we go to EC2 running instances. So here is the SpelledABC me excuse me, template, which is what that name is. It is a T3 medium, and it's in that zone. There's IPs. There's a key that I have, template-based key. I guess launch time might be handy, but the point is it grabs all the values. The reason why that's important is because when this goes down, I have a spot request to start up a new spot instance, and that let's see if I can. No. No. Okay, that's all right. I was checking to see if I would show you the launch template that I'm using. So the launch template is called a small sandbox. It's one that I made. Basically, it's my entire website and the database and all the other jazz. So if the box, or if the spot instance goes away, it spins up a new host, pulls down this launch template that has everything, and then a secondary or self-healing process is going to be to update the Route 53 address to the public IP address. So it's self-healing. Even if it goes down, it'll come back up, and the pointers will all get updated. Jolly good. That's all we got for now. Keep it under 10 minutes. Be well, everybody.